Shalom. First, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kakwadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone. Peace and blessing to the son Siakim, pushing this truth out world. Shalom, keep pushing. I'm getting into it with Proverbs 1. It says, let's go start with verse 1. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel. Who was Yahweh Shai. In the reincarnation, Solomon was. But that's a whole nother chapter. But we're going to start with Proverbs 1 and 1 again. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel, to know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding. 3, to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice, and judgment, and equity. Verse 4, to give subtlety to the simple, to the young man, knowledge and discretion. Verse 5, a wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsels. So verse 5, a wise man will hear and will increase learning. So you would hear these precepts that's coming out, these scriptures that's coming out of the Bible, King James Bible. You would hear, a wise man hear these, and he takes note of these scriptures. He starts trying to remember them, to recall them, and that's the beginning of wisdom. The first thing is fear of the Most High is the beginning of wisdom. But, once you start getting into these scriptures and you get into this Bible, reading the history of the Israelites, you become wise in this truth. You start understanding the ways of the Most High, his laws, his statutes, his commandments, his ordinances, his judgments. That makes you a wise man in the truth or in life general. You have an edge, you have a up, you one up above the masses and the 2/3 of, especially the 2/3 of the nation of Israel. And then you know how to navigate through this hell known as Babylon, as in America. Verse 6, to understand a proverb and the interpretation, the words of the wise and their dark sayings. So once you get the knowledge, and you have someone to break these scriptures down to you, you get the dark sayings of these scriptures, the Bibles, that's in the Bible. So like you start understanding revelation become more clear to you, about the beast, who the dragon is, you start understanding, it just start decoding things for you. It won't become, you won't just pick up Revelation anymore and it's like a fairy tale book. You'll understand the codes, the dark sayings in these scriptures. Verse 7, the fear of the Most High is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. So fearing the Most High is put you on the right track. And how are you fearing the Most High? You fearing the Most High by keeping his laws, statutes, commandments. And that's how you love the Most High. Also, keeping his word, feeding his sheep. You can go to John 14 and 15, roughly paraphrasing, if you love me, feed my sheep. No, John 14:15. So like, if you love me, keep my commandments. John 21 and 15, I believe. If you love me, feed my lambs, feed my sheep. That's how you love the Most High, Yahweh Shai, man. That's how you love them. And that's how you please Yahweh Shai, by keeping his Father law, statute, commandments, just like he did it, you know, not just with some lip service. And, it says fools despise wisdom and instruction. And that's the 2/3 of our people. They are fools. They despise wisdom and instruction. You tell them not to eat certain things, especially pork is a main thing. Shrimp, crawfish, crab, lobster. You tell them, not to eat these things, these abominable things, and they don't want to hear that. They want to continue to eat that garbage. They want to continue to eat that garbage. You know, which is which negatively affect their health. But you tell them it's not good for you, even on a carnal side, and they still don't want to hear it. How all this shellfish is high in cholesterol for them. You try to get on Jake level, but Jake still don't want to hear it. They just say, "Oh, it's good." You're gonna die of something. Just damn fools, man. And instruction, they don't even want to hear the scriptures no more. They just want to hear John 3:16, and they want to hear somebody blessing. That's it. If you ain't instructing them how to get a blessing, they don't want to hear it. They'll listen to you to tell them how to pray, but they don't even know how to pray. They don't even know what to pray for. Verse 8, my son, hear the instruction of thy father, and forsake not the law of thy mother. So yeah, you're a son, a male of Israelites, man. You're supposed to hear the instruction of thy father. Our fathers supposed to teach us this word, from generation to generation, which we are our forefathers in the reincarnation. But coming down the lines, men before us, we supposed to have been taught this. We're not supposed to be learning this truth, these scriptures at, 16, 23, 37, 50 years old. We're supposed to be knowing these, and that's what got taken away from us. All for being wicked, not following instruction. Your mama and your father supposed to be following these laws, statutes, and commandments. They're Israelite, man. Let's skip down to verse 20. Wisdom cried without, she uttered her voice in the streets. 21. She cried from the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates. In the city she uttered her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. So yeah, you can get wisdom in the streets, on the highways and byways. That's where you're going to find the true man of the Lord, on the streets. Even with that said, you still have to listen to what these men are saying, because there's so many camps out here now. So you have to, the Most High got to be dealing with you on that front to lead you to the right camp. But you on the right track. Because most of the majority of these camps telling you Israel, but the majority of these camps are going off. Breaking the scriptures down. Remixing the scriptures. So hey, the Most High, you have to pray to the Most High to give you instruction on what camp you should be going to. And and fools hate knowledge. And Jake still scorning to this day. Still scoffing, laughing. Like, look at them fools out there with dresses on, yelling at the top of their lungs, cussing out the so-called white man. But hey, we're going to continue to do that, Lord willing, to the end, man. We still pray for the Most High to keep this spirit on us, to continue to cuss out you so-called white people, the 2/3 of Israel, and you heathens, the other nations, you know. But if you're a so-called Negro, Latino, a Native American, you know, this is for you. And you know, we do have Israelite foreigners who look like so-called white people, look like so-called Asian people, look like so-called Africans, you know. But that's a whole nother chapter within itself too. But just to get the basis of it, the gist of it, just starting out, you know, you need to get the, you know, start getting the sincere milk, get the milk first. And then you'll be able to eat. Once you start drinking that milk, you start understanding about the Israelite foreigners, about how we judge the spirit, you know, and not the flesh, the outward appearance. You know, it's all about the spirit. But you know, the simple one's gonna love it until the missiles drop, to the ICBM nuclear missiles. They're gonna love the simplicity of this place. They're gonna love being stupid, silly, ignorant, you know? And you know, it says wisdom crieth in the chief place of concourse. You know, if you see men on the highways and byways out there, you know, all the time, you know, they out there on that block religiously. You know, they ain't taking no seasons off, no winters off, no summers off. You know, that may be a good start for you to go to that camp and see what they're about. And, you know, try to get some wisdom, you know, and understand what's going on and with these scriptures and bring you back to your power, Yahweh, you know, and, you know, wisdom will come up with you. And then the rest will be history, man. You know, it's going to teach you this wisdom with these scriptures going to tell you to deal with Yahweh Shai first, man. Because all our life we've been told, oh, you can just go straight to God, which most people call God, which his name is Yahweh. And, you know, just bypass Yahweh Shai, which is his son, which is not true. Yahweh Shai is dealing with us, man. Right now. He's the only one we go to right now. You know? Yahweh, he's not even dealing with the men on the highways and byways like that right now. We dealing with Yahweh Shai. He's the mediator. You know, he take our prayers to the Most High, man. You know, he's pleading on our behalf. He's like our attorney going into the judge, man. To put it in layman's terms. But, you know, I pray that this video was edifying. And to the sister Yakim, man, keep pushing. We almost out of here. You know, things, the serpent's squeezing even tighter. You know, putting more pressure on you if you ain't got that venom in you from that snake bite. So, hey, we're on some beautiful times right now. You know, this place is about to get wrapped up. And like I said, I pray this video was edifying to the sons. Y'all can keep pushing. Shalom.